stretch. Woo! Hello, cinema peeps.
Hey, cinema peeps.
Oof, from my well-rested cave.
It's been a hot minute. We've had some exciting things going on.
Yeah. Well, I guess I think it's been longer for us.
Yes.
But I think it'll only be 2 weeks for you guys.
Yeah.
We apologize, but hey, we're going to keep the show going.
Hell yeah. There's this commercial that's on TV all the time during like the hockey games. It's like, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. So that's what it's been stuck in my head every time. So now I'm just like, yeah, we've been everywhere, man. I've been on a trip and you've been working in the film industry.
But yes, we have lots of exciting stuff, but unfortunately we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Because today is the 2-year anniversary.
Woo,
well,
woo.
very close. I think it's very close.
Yes, very close to the 2-year. 2 years that we've been doing the Talkie Tuesdays podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
And we had so much fun doing our one last year of reflecting on a year of doing it. So we thought this year we'd spice it up a little bit, and we're going to review some of our kind of original Talkie Tuesdays.
Yes.
What we mean by that is that before, when we were starting to figure out what we wanted to do with the channel, one of the ideas is we wanted to try our hand at movie reviews. Mm-hmm. So those were called our Talkie Tuesdays because they were going to be uploaded on Tuesdays. Haha. And it would basically just be your average film review. But we only did a small handful because I think we quickly realized at the time movie reviews take a lot of work.
Yes.
You know? And I think not what are words? What am I going to say?
Well, I mean, back then podcasts were a thing, but they weren't like as popular as they are now. So the YouTube videos and kind of the movie review videos were more the thing that was, I guess, big at the time. So we wanted to try our hand at that. And what's part of what we bond over and what we chat about all the time. We like to talk about the movies we've seen and which ones we're looking forward to and stuff like that. So we took a crack at it, and then it just kind of evolved over. We took a kind of a break because we wanted to focus doing like short films and stuff like that, and life happened and everything, and then COVID hit, and then we were like, what do we do? So now we're like, let's bring it back. Let's turn it into a podcast. So that gave us a thing to do every week. Could look forward to every week.
I mean, I won't go too much into our thoughts because we are going to review them. So I want to share it for that. But I think the big reason why we stopped doing them was, they're a lot of work.
Yes. And
if I remember correctly, and it's been a hot minute since we've watched them, we kind of did them solo. I think we're watching a couple solo ones, and we did kind of one conjoined one.
Yeah, I think we did one or two conjoined ones, but we tried to do... I think we were just... Because we were busy with like work and things like that. I think we were trying to find ways to be able to keep the channel going and not having to be both committed to it every single time. We could kind of like work on things separately and still do stuff together. Yeah.
Right. And again, it was like, movie reviews. If one of us saw a movie, we could just do it.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. But I mean, to be honest, I like the new direction where it is now.
Me too.
And we'll go. And I've been thinking about it all this week just to mentally prepare for this. But I think we should just dive into it because otherwise, I think I could talk about it the entire time. I think we're going to be watching a couple videos today, and we're just going to review Talkie Tuesdays, the origin
story. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Hello, cinema peeps!
Hello!
That actually reminds me,
Kendra, can you turn off the snack?
He needs more Christmas!
For obviously how he looks, because his shirt's pretty much off all the time on Arrow. But you can kind of see the difference. The Flash, the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna be real honest. The fucking second Ezra Miller was like, we have nothing to show, I was about to shut my laptop off. I tell the story is like, we portrayed the chief and his daughter.
Yeah, shredding guitar.
Hey cinema peeps, welcome back to another Talkie Tuesday. Hey cinema peeps! Hey
Hey Cinema Peeps, welcome to another episode of Talkie Tuesday. Basically all we wanted to do is try and make a series for those videos, which we're going to be entitling Talkie Tuesday.
Okay, so this is the first one. Introducing Talkie Tuesdays.
Here we go. This was March 8th, 2016.
Damn.
So we're not far off, at least from when we did the very first Talkie Tuesday video.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we don't have to go through the whole rigmarole with the audio again. Here we go.
Hey Cinema Peeps, happy Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. Don't panic.
Oh, I feel like my voice is just so much higher there.
Caleigh and I wanted to try to do something a little different on our channel.
I know you were just dissing like your outfit, but like, damn, you got that like. Is that part of the shirt?
The statement necklace? No, it was a statement necklace I had.
See, there you go.
I was big into statement necklaces back then.
Which we're going to be entitling Talkie Tuesday. So for those of you who are some of us, you know what the term talkie means. For those of you who don't know what it means, talkie is an early term used to determine the difference between a silent film and a
Oh, right, because we were going to pretend like we were smart. I forgot.
Oh, see, you know what? Okay. So two things. One, I'm talking really, really fast, but it's because I think Kelsey's off in the corner, and I was kind of nervous because this was like the first like solo video that I did by myself. So she's like doing something in the corner, my sister Kelsey, and I was really nervous, so that's why I was talking really fast. But then also, I don't know if you noticed, but like, look how red my face is here. Do you know why that is?
Did you have a light on, or is that sunburn?
I did. I had a light, and I put like a red filter over it because I was like, ooh, I want to enhance the color of the curtains behind me, but I didn't place it like well enough, so it's just like casting red onto my face, and it look like I have a sunburn.
Right, but now thinking about it, and because I was about to say, it's like, oh yeah, your hair is really red here, and I know like sometimes when you've dyed your hair, it's gone a little more redder.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think just with the light, I just assumed, I was like, oh, this is just when her hair was really red.
Yeah. Just enhance the red even more.
That's so funny. I like how we're also like, let's just explain how Talkie with the name of the show.
Right? Well, I guess because some people don't know. Talkies is it's an old definition.
I'm gonna also be real honest. I even forgot why we.
Oh really?
Talkie Tuesday. I thought, alliteration is hilarious.
Right?
And that's that. That's so
but look
funny.
at the upgrade I've made to my background now. I've got some nice
movie posters.
Yeah,
So nice. All right, Kendra, you tell us the movie review.
All right, here we go.
We got this.
So basically how it's going to work is every other Tuesday, Caleigh and I are going to be uploading a video.
Every other Tuesday?
Every other Tuesday.
Oh, every other. Okay. Jesus.
I was like... could be a popular one. Could be one that we just, come across on Netflix. Maybe some short films are floating around online. We're going to be recommending stuff like that in case you guys are interested in checking those out. Also, if there's any suggestions that you guys want to give to us to make videos
Do I even
for,
breathe?
or if there's any movies that you guys
Nope.
want us to check out,
You're like, breathing's not an option.
So definitely leave in the comments some recommendations for movies that you think we might like.
Ooh. What a fancy intro we have.
I liked that intro. I was proud of that intro.
Yeah.
Our theme for this episode is the Oscars, hence the fancy outfit. I ran to my closet and
Hilarious.
found the fanciest thing I could find. So yes. Oscars.
So,
Leo finally won his Academy Award. Yay, Leo.
Oh, yeah,
The whole world
Leo.
can now sleep easier, knowing that he is graduating
2016,
from
that was when he
Academy
won his
Award
first Oscar. That's
nominee to
crazy.
Academy Award winner. La. Speaking of Leo, his movie The Revenant was also
So
nominated
adorable.
for an Oscar this year, for a few Oscars actually, and it won Best Cinematography and Best Director.
I was actually so stoked because that part of like why during doing this, I was like, I want to see if there's any like behind the scenes. So I started like Googling and I found like all these really cool behind the scenes photos. So I was like, yeah, I want to throw these in there.
I really think he makes some very bold
I remember that was a big
decisions,
thing we
but
wanted
really
Talkie
admire
Tuesday
his
to be
creative
about.
choices. He does well
Yeah,
by
we
achieving
like
techniques
showing kind of the
that
behind the
filmmakers
scenes of
have the patience to,
movies
referring
that people
back to
might not know
Birdman,
about.
all shot in one take, and the fact that he
feel more
decided
informed.
to shoot everything completely in just full natural light, no set lights, everything was just chasing the sun basically. I really admired the fact
That's
that
pretty
he was
cool.
able to achieve that look, hence why it won Best Cinematography. So another thing we want to try to do on this channel
Nice.
is recommend a short film or some sort of film that we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we tried to do that.
The short film that I'm going to be recommending is entitled Weightless. It is directed and stars Academy Award winner Brie Larson.
Already messed up.
Comedy about a couple's relationship just kind of coming to an end. It's really quirky, very different, and it also includes a fully lit birthday cake being shoved into a purse. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's really fun.
Damn.
It was a cool short film.
Leave your comments letting me know what you think about it. Anyways, that's it for today, Cinema Peeps. If
We
you like
think
this
she
style of
did
video,
great.
please subscribe to our channel and comment if you like these types of videos. Bye, Cinema Peeps.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, way to go, baby Kendra.
Wow.
You did it.
Wow. Wow. Wolverine. Wow.
Wolverine.
Man, it's all flooding back now. I'm like, oh yeah. Because I remember one of the big things, even though we were like, let's do movie reviews, we wanted to be different in that sense. It's like, hey, like we can add behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because like film reviews are obviously, it's a very critical look at one film. And I know one of our discussions is always like, we both, I mean, I'll speak for both of us. We find it very hard to criticize films because we know how hard it takes.
Yeah.
Like, even a really shitty film, you're like, you know, people like worked on that, and they, you know, so it feels weird to be like, haha, your film sucks.
Yeah.
Which I know is not what is being come across, but when you watch so many reviews, it's like, that is a very trending theme. And to be fair, it does get views. Like, you know, not going to deny that.
Or like here's 7 things that's wrong with this film, and yeah.
Oh, I remember I loved Cinema Sins. I thought
Yeah,
that was
Cinema Sins,
fantastic.
yeah.
Because they'd always point out like really stupid things like, what is written on the chalkboard back there? You know? But when
Yeah.
you're like punching down, it's always like, eh. And I know like not all movie reviewers do this, but it is hard when you watch so many and it's like it can be very critiquey. Well,
yeah.
Fuck. Why did I say? Of course they're critiquey. But it
I
just
get
feels
what
like
you
they're-
mean, though.
Thank you. Thank Christ somebody
Yeah.
does.
It's different for someone who's just an avid moviegoer and someone who's actually been in the trenches of like creating a film and stuff like that. You kind of have a little more sympathy for the people who make the film because they
Yeah.
really do try their best, and there really is. I mean, clearly, just based off of the conversation you and I had about your experience on set, shit happens, and sometimes you just have to like you know on the fly, and some shit gets stressful. So.
Right.
Your vision doesn't always come to fruition the way you initially planned it to be, and sometimes that like kind of carries through and is seen by the audience, and that's where the disappointment and the critiques come in, right? But
Yeah.
you know,
And
you
I
do
think-
your best, and you just
Right.
hope for the best.
And I think also that was our goal with Talkie Tuesdays was to be slightly more positive, you know, but I think you can still be positive but still like have critiques. And I think
Yeah.
especially these early ones, that's what I personally struggled with
Yeah,
in trying to do these.
yeah,
But I remember, we talked about like saying like fun behind the scenes stuff, and then we were going to try to recommend something.
yeah.
I just, man, that was adorable. We're adorable.
We were adorable.
We're adorable. I would say 10 out of 10. So it looks like the next one is our Captain America Civil War debate.
Yes. So let's jump into that one.
What wall is that? I don't know where I am.
That's in your basement, in your family room there in your basement.
Did I really redeck it out?
You
must
did. I
have.
remember I was sitting and like we were talking while you were like putting all your organization and all your
wow.
stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, fun behind the scenes you don't know about. That's crazy. All right, let's do this.
All right, Captain America: Civil War, Talkie Tuesday.
Hey, Cinema Peeps! Today we're going to be talking about Captain America.
Where are you looking,
Civil
Caleigh?
War.
Where are you?
Now this is a war. This is important to pick the right side.
No! Okay, we're done.
All right. Okay. Count to 3. 1, 2,
Oh.
3. Team
Captain
America.
Iron Man.
What? Did you not get the memo? What's wrong with you?
Team Iron Man. Tony Stark all the way.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Have your own opinion. Unless it's wrong.
Ooh.
That acting though.
Wow. I can't believe I put that on.
Ooh, that comic book filter. Do you have thoughts?
Oh my god. Was there a reason I forgot?
You clearly repressed it.
Oh, that was so cringe, but oh my god,
It was
that
very cringe. I remember when we did that, we were so
funny.
excited. We were like, this is going to be so cool.
That's so funny. And then like oh my god.
That was so funny. Yeah, but the comic book filter was decent.
That was hilarious. My only note is I fucked up my camera, so I don't know why. Then I was determined to shoot in the living room because then my eye line is so off
Yeah.
compared to yours. But, whew, all right, let's keep going. I'm ready. Whew.
Hey,
On the
so
internet,
peeps,
people.
Welcome to another Talkie Tuesday. As you saw in our intro, today we're going to be talking about Captain America:
Yeah.
Civil War. It's been out for an entire month now. I believe the release date was on May.
That was
5th.
another thing,
But
yeah.
we're going to get down to talking about it, share some fun facts about the movie, and let's get to it.
Just to recap what Kendra said, I thought all the action scenes.
That was amazing.
Oh my god! Just so you know, that's on the internet forever. Oh my
It's
god!
on the internet forever.
Oh my god! Oh. No words. That was perfect.
That was amazing.
Even though the movie did feel a little more like an Avengers movie as opposed to a Captain America movie, I still feel that it did really, really well. I think that the Captain America story arc has definitely been the strongest out of all the Avengers characters so far, so I'm really excited to see where they take it.
Just
I
a
mean,
couple
I
things
think
that
that's true.
I personally didn't like about the movie. Honestly, I thought the villain was super unnecessary. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
understood, like, his motivations and stuff like that. You could have replaced him with anybody else. And I think if you're just going to be a villain for a couple minutes on screen, you need to make it worth your while to be there.
Hell
And
yeah.
It just didn't for me. The only thing that he has provided is for a long couple years of being an internet meme for life. I apologize people who have not seen the movie, but I mean, if you're here, I don't know what to tell you. So near the end of the movie, there's this weird scene where Captain America reveals that he knew Bucky has killed Tony Stark's parents, which I found kind of weird because maybe I'm totally wrong, but within the cinematic universe of Marvel so far, it has not been brought up ever until this movie.
Yeah.
So when I said that, our editing teacher actually messaged me, like, I think the day or whatever after it went out, and he actually told me, and again, because I've done the marathon, like, there is a moment in oh god, what was the one before that? I'm blanking now. Oh, Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
where that scene is there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And our teacher, like, emailed me and was like, oh, actually, like, this was the scene. But he goes, honestly, though, it was like a blink it and you miss moment, so I don't blame you. And I was like, it was also like this weird moment where I was like, oh, people are watching our content, you know? It's weird because, again, I forget I do any of this shit. But, like, you know, when you're putting it on the internet, you forget that, like, people watch
People
it.
are watching it, yeah.
You know? And even though sometimes we're like, oh yeah, comment and tell us what you think. It's not that I don't want to hear your input. It's always just startles me. I'm like, why are you talking to me?
You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
There's
I
another
said a
person
thing.
on the other end?
Right? Which is crazy. But yeah, I
Yeah.
totally remember that because my teacher emailed me about it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
See, and like
Just so
at,
funny.
at this time too, like I was just getting into like the superhero stuff. I wasn't as big into it then, so I really had no knowledge, right? And not as big into it as I am now. But that's interesting.
I mean, samesies, but also again, I think I've brought this up before when doing the marathon. Like, I hadn't, like, that was the first time I'd watched all the like some of them, maybe for a second viewing in like many, many years.
Wow, yeah.
So like then being able to go at it with fresh eyes again and like seeing where Marvel as the Juggernaut is gone now,
Yeah.
you know, it's really cool to see all these things. But at that point, yeah, I probably had watched Winter Soldier maybe the one time and whoosh,
And then,
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
you know, kinda
exactly.
deal. But that's so funny.
I guess that's kind of like the blessing and the curse of like the Marvel movies is unless you're like the real avid fan of them, or like where you go back and do like the marathons like you did, some of those movies you're just like waiting for the next part of the story, right? So you don't really like go back unless you like decide to like refresh your memory. You're just like, yeah, okay, when's the next part of the story coming out?
Yeah.
You don't really like go back and watch it again, right?
Right. Because I think for Winter Soldier, me and my brother went back and watched the first Captain America. Because at that point, again, it had been such a long time. And I knew I'd watched it in school with you, but I fell asleep during it.
We definitely fell asleep watching
So
it.
I was like, oh, I should probably refresh my memory. So yeah, unless you do stuff like that on the daily,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
it's just, I just remembered that for this one. It was so funny.
That's so funny.
movie.
Oh.
So that for me was very out of left field because it was just like, oh yeah, I knew. I was like, what? How did you know that? Like, as an audience member, again, don't read too much into the comic books. I'm pretty much relying on the Marvel movies to tell me the story. It was so out of left field.
The's that too.
Alright, now it's time to share some fun facts about Captain America Civil War. One really cool
I'm ready.
fun fact, though, is that this is actually the longest running Marvel movie to date, running at 2 hours and 27 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There for 2 hours and 27 minutes. But it captivated you. It
Now that's like the norm.
captivated you. So many Captain America puns in this.
Literally, what is with the puns?
Is that
Wow. There
Wow.
were so many puns in the. I don't.
So
that
many
was-
puns.
That was unreal. Unreal. So should we bring back puns? Is what?
I mean, I love puns, so I will always
Oh,
say yes
hot.
to puns.
Hot damn. Hot damn. Boy, I'm next up with Zootopia.
Ooh,
Ooh,
a
I'm not
Caleigh
ready.
solo one.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. The panic. The
The
panic.
panic.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember this. I remember I worked very hard on that setup with a green screen behind me.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's pretty decent. It looks awesome.
Thank you.
Was
And
that a real picture that you took and then you like made it look
Yeah.
animated? That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Try to get like the vibe of like the things behind the newscasters.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, are we
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone. Today is our first newscast. I'm your host, Caleigh and I. Today, Zootopia.
Nice top.
The greatest Disney movie ever made, or Zootopia, the first
Damn.
Again, I was also proud of the skeleton effect because that
Yeah.
was just me in a mask, and then I did some stuff in After Effects to like cancel out all the black, so it was just the mask floating. So
The transition though was really cool to make it look like the sky turned dark and stuff like that.
it's very hilarious.
It looked pretty cool.
Although I should have put like a voice filter on my voice because that was just me saying that, but you know, hindsight's 2020.
With a talented voice actor like you.
Who needs it? Oh boy. All right, let's get
Ace in
going.
the piece, going back to another Talkie Tuesday. Obviously today, we're going to be talking about Zootopia. I hope my intro didn't scare you. I have a feeling it scared no one. But I figured it was worth a shot.
me.
So, Zootopia. This was a movie I was looking forward to this year. And honestly, it was a really good movie. It was well done. And it tackled a pretty serious subject matter for a kid's movie. But it was something that kids and adults could both enjoy. I thought the voice acting was top-notch. They picked the right people for the right roles. And they really brought an extra depth to the movie because of it.
I'm so
Also,
distracted by the
just have to say,
song I
Zootopia was
picked.
a beautiful
Huh. I don't know about you. I don't like it. I'm just being ultra critical. But again, this is where the realm I find like I'm talking about the film, but I feel like I'm not talking about the film, if that makes sense. Like I'm not going well enough in depth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm leaving some things pretty vague, and I think mostly because I didn't want to be that person to spoil a film for me.
Yeah.
But like even like you were like, hey, here are the points, and you were more clear and concise, whereas mine's a little more loosey. A little more loosey-goosey.
Mm.
A little more loosey-goosey.
Yeah. I feel like too, because I mean, like I think part of the reason why we kind of, why we kind of evolved into the podcast too is because we liked the idea of having more of just like a conversation
Yeah.
between you and I. It was less, here's these facts, and it was less like scripted almost, and it was more just like our genuine
Yeah.
thoughts and opinions and stuff. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, even watching is like Captain America wasn't too bad, but this one, like, it definitely is like, it feels very robotic.
A
in
little bit,
way,
yeah,
In
yeah.
a way. And not saying it doesn't seem ungenuine. My face looks very happy. But yeah, there's just a weird. But yeah, I would agree. Like, and again, maybe it's just because to be fair, like even thinking all this week, I thought I did worse on reviews than I think I did.
Oh, really?
But like looking at this now, I'm like, it's not terrible, but like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not going into depth about things.
Yeah.
Because even when I said, oh, it deals with a dark subject matter, I don't really go into depth of what it's about because, you know, and even at the time, I don't even think I realized until much later, like Zootopia is like reflective of like the drug war and crimes that happened in like the early 80s
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But again, I don't go into depth. I just say,
Yeah.
oh, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would agree. Like, I like this format better for us.
Yeah.
But kind of like you were saying, we were trying to find a way to put content out a little more consistently.
No, I agree. I think,
Yeah.
definitely we were trying to find like content because I remember us saying like, other than, you know, making short films, which is what we wanted to do initially with our channel, like what other things are we passionate about in film that we could kind of like do like additionally to our short films so that we had other things.
Ooh, but look at this. You got like a little glamour slate. Like, looks nice.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I was very happy to decorate up for this. I was like, how can I make it spooky? And then that was when my sister bought a Ouija board, and you can bet that's not in the house anymore. And yeah, I had those cool like battery operated candles in the background. Yeah.
I see some candles.
My set deck is on par.
It is.
All right.
Hey Cinema Peeps, welcome to another episode of Talkie Tuesday. On this episode, we're going to be talking about The Conjuring 2. And I'm going to do this fast because there's a Ouija board behind me and I'm getting real creeped out right now.
I'm getting real creeped out.
Alright, so if you weren't already aware, The Conjuring 2 is the sequel to The Conjuring. That explains the big fat 2 in the title. The Conjuring 2 follows the cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren as we continue to watch them in their paranormal investigations. This one takes us to good old England, where we discover a family has been terrorized by a poltergeist. I really enjoyed the movie. It's very creepy, lots of jump scares. James Wan, love his style. Very good with the whip pans and the scares and the one takes and things like that. Really, really good. Now it's time to share some fun facts about The Conjuring 2. There's a scene in the movie that involves a monster called the Crooked Man. Now, a lot of people were convinced that it was like stop motion animation. It's very jittery, you know, very animated like. But according to a tweet that James Wan posted the other day, he
Damn, look at
confirmed
that.
all of the movements
Fact checking and everything.
were done in camera on set by the actor Javier Botet, who played the Crooked
What
Man.
is fact checking?
Pretty cool. They could just move and jitter that way. So that was pretty neat. So another fun fact about the movie, and this is a spoiler alert, or spoiler warning. This is for the people who have gone to see the movie, and if you did pick up on this, awesome, and if not, definitely go back and check it out. There's little Easter eggs hidden in certain scenes of the movie. Now, if you went and saw the movie, you know that near the end, it's up to Lorraine to figure out the demon's name. Well,
Oh, yes.
look closely enough throughout some of the scenes of the movie, the demon's name is actually spelled out in different
I did.
places around
Yes,
the
I
house,
remember that.
either in
Oh, wow.
decorations or just in the background somewhere. So for any of you who have
Revealing.
seen the movie and picked up on that, that's pretty awesome. And for the rest of you who want to, go check it out.
You're dumb. I'm just
See
kidding.
people- And now I'm going to quickly get out of here before things start moving around and this Ouija board goes missing on me. Have a good one, Cinema Peeps.
Aw, how adorable.
How cute. I literally just can't get over how fast I'm talking. I know
You
I'm
are
a fast
just like,
talker,
boom,
but like,
boom,
whoa.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, yeah, because I would argue, like, we don't really give reviews of the movie. We're more like, here's a summary of it, and here's, like, fun facts about it.
Yeah, not really, yeah.
I'm curious if we more stuck to that path, I think that'd be easier to maintain, with a couple of our thoughts and feelings, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, we do have, like, yeah, it looks like our or 2016 favorites. Oh, Talkie Tuesday. I thought it was an Oscar prediction.
Oh, is
but
it a
it's our
Talkie Tuesday? Okay, well, we can watch
Yeah,
that too.
it's our favorites of
Our
2016.
favorites.
Ooh.
Look at that cinematography. My face
Wow.
is so yellow.
And mine is purple and a yellow background. And it looks
Yep.
like, once again, I've moved all of my stuff to the living room.
Yes.
I don't know why. So weird.
And I remember too, because like this was back when, and the other thing too, which is nice about, you know, what we do now and then having it on Zoom is at least, because before we always tried to make it look like we were talking to each other this way.
Yes.
So half the time I'd be looking into the air and I'd have like you either like sitting in front of me, or I'd try to like put you over here so that I could
Right.
actually look like I'm talking to you. But I always have to like, I'd lose my place in what I was thinking because I'd be like in the back of my mind thinking of like, make sure I look like I'm talking to her.
Right.
And it was just
Am
so
I
much
listening?
to think
Am
about.
I
Yeah.
listening?
It was so much to think about. Yeah.
I remember because I think I just started setting you up where my eye line would be
Yeah.
to make it easier. But yeah, I remember that. I definitely don't miss that.
No, definitely not.
Wow. Let's see.
Hey, Silver Peeps! Happy New Year! Brand new year, 2017. We're gonna leave the past behind us, including all the bad movies. In true Cinema Girls tradition, we're doing our faves, not so favorite, and our one kind of dark horse movie of 2016.
So none of these
I was
movies
doing
are
that.
in any particular order as far as ranking goes. We're just listing off all the movies that we either found enjoyable or not so enjoyable. So let's get to it.
Why is my
Roger.
face weird?
Why is your face weird?
Why is my face weird?
So Caleigh, what were your favorite movies of 2016?
Oh, wow. Nailed it.
Wow, thanks for asking. Well, a couple on my list off the top of my head is Rogue One. I do have a love-hate relationship.
Ooh, a
with it,
Doctor
but
Strange
I
cup.
think overall
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them, Finding Dory, Doctor Strange, Kubo and the Two Strings, Star Trek.
That's really how long it's been since
Beyond,
Doctor Strange has been out?
and
That's insane.
As
Yeah.
well as Zootopia, Deadpool.
What is
and
that?
Civil War.
You hear that
All
too, right? It
movies
sounds like a
Yeah.
dying mouse.
Tuesdays on,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I
won't
don't know
talk
what that
about it
is.
too much, but
That's
all
on the
things
video, I
so
hope.
if you wanna check that out.
I think
The
it is in the
ones I
video.
will talk about though is Fantastic
wow.
Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's hard
Wonder
to
what that
tell,
is.
but I am wearing a shirt that I got.
That is one of my
from
favorite
it.
shirts.
It's supposed to be a newspaper. Finally saw it, and I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it a lot. There was only like one or two things that I didn't really like about it, but overall I enjoyed it quite a bit. And then my other one.
Do you want to say what you didn't like?
Yeah.
Strings.
Nope,
It is
cool.
The stop motion feature from what is it called? Lackade Films. Lackade? No.
Nope.
One of us, whoever that is gonna flash the name at the bottom of the screen because I don't know how to say it, but it's that production company. They also did Paranorman, Coraline.
Wow.
So
Good one.
Mainly stop motion animation. And they do a
Glad
really
some
good
things
job,
don't
but
change.
I honestly take it
That's
away.
very good.
Man, there were so many good movies of 2016. At first, when we were gonna start shooting this video, I was like, "Damn."
Did I say
don't
shart?
Remember half the.
Did you say shart?
I'm pretty sure I said
When
shark.
we're gonna shart this video out, because that's what it feels like. It feels like we sharted out.
Rogue One.
So good.
I know Caleigh touched upon that already, but I really felt Rogue One was the unsung hero of Star Wars. The movie that stood out to me the most out of
Still
all
a
my
good Star Wars
favorites was
film.
Sing Street. It's a movie about a boy who
Sing Street is a good
starts
movie.
a band to impress the girl next door, and it's set in the 80s in Ireland. So it's a really
In
cute
Ireland.
page tale, and it's got some really
Ireland.
catchy music in it. A really fun dance sequence, and it was just a really charming story altogether. And I really liked it a lot. It was a good feel-good movie. I highly recommend it to anyone.
I really
who
like a
hasn't
lot.
seen it yet, but
I
that was
really
definitely
liked.
the movie that stood out to me the most, and I think was my most favorite out of all my favorites this year.
Most
So now
favorite
on to
out of all my
least favorite
favorites.
movies of
Yeah.
2016.
Most favorite of all your favorites, man.
This list is short, so
I don't know. That's why I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
funny.
Never happened.
I have to agree. I enjoy.
What do you
the
think,
X-Men
Kendra?
movies.
As I thought
Just sitting on the ground, you know.
I guess I was more expecting.
That's probably where it was, actually.
Tie
Yeah.
everything up and explain, fill in all the plot holes from out the rest of the X-Men movies. But yeah, it kind of just left me feeling a little empty inside. I did enjoy
That's a
Quicksilver
shit.
though. Evan Peters.
Oh,
does a really
yeah,
good job
that
playing
scene's
Quicksilver.
always
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
I felt his little moment in the movie there was quite entertaining.
Superhero movies in
Ooh,
there.
that's guys,
Like-
bad editing.
Bad editing.
They kinda
Bad
deserve
editing.
being there.
I mean, we were still using
Kendra,
our
what
shotgun
were your
mics for this, weren't we?
experiences this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to agree,
Keep
I feel like
making
the
a
X-Men
dumbass
were
face.
definitely
I guess I can't complain. I still do now, but like, what the fuck?
non-superhero side of the least favorite movies. Now You See Me Too actually was quite disappointing to me.
Yeah, that
There's
wasn't
just
good.
One scene in particular that I think went on way too long, and it's the scene where they're all like doing the card flipping and the
Oh,
card
yes.
casting and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a sequel that I don't know. I was like, meh.
Hey, Kendra.
No, not need it.
What was your one movie that surprised you this year, good or bad? I'm not just asking because of script purposes.
The movie that surprised me the most this year.
Was I on drugs? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
It was like a Purge, like the Purge movie. How about you, Caleigh? What was your most surprising?
Was The
film?
Accountant?
I think the one that surprised me this year was The Accountant.
Nice.
I honestly
Gold
I
star,
only
gold
knew
star.
Called
about
it.
because I've seen the movie poster a lot, and I just always when I walk by.
What is wrong with you? You just seem so dead inside. What? Who hurt you?
Maybe you were having a bad day.
J.K. Simmons, like, to me, it just didn't seem like a group of people that would mesh well. I don't know, in my opinion. But I saw it, and I was, genuinely surprised.
Yeah, my eyeline's so off too.
I thought
It's
Ben
so
Affleck
bad.
actually did a genuinely really good job of playing a person with autism, and I think I enjoyed a lot of the humor of it because it's just like this really
Interesting.
awkward, like, it's
So
about
that's in
like humor because
2016.
When you're on that spectrum, and there's always difficulties like making new friends and like communicating with people. So just having all those awkward exchanges with him and Anna Kendrick was really funny to me. I think if you're looking for something like a little bit different,
Interesting.
I would definitely check it out.
Especially how that's changed so much now. And what did I just say? 16. So that
2016?
so 6 years ago, there were still people playing. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if Ben Affleck is on the spectrum, but interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say now I wouldn't agree with that,
Yeah.
but I mean that's an entirely different conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even though, again, Coda winning Best Picture this year, we've obviously made big strides, but I think, who was it? The guy on Freddie Highmore, who's on The Good Doctor. He is playing a guy with autism.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, he's on the spectrum, but maybe I'm wrong. But he's definitely, I don't want to say he's overplaying it, but he's playing,
A version.
yes, of
Yeah.
what people interpret it as they think it is. When really mental illness and everything is, I mean, even I think even using like saying you're on the spectrum is now incorrect now to say. But, you know, there's a range.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's interesting, you know.
It is.
But I mean, I'm allowed to change my opinions, but I would strongly disagree.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
to be fair,
it's-
I should rewatch. Maybe I should do that for an episode. I'm gonna rewatch The Accountant, and
I was
maybe
just
I'll
gonna
have different opinion
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
I was just
We
gonna
should do
say,
that.
like, us talking about some of these movies, like some like Sing Street and like the Nerve I have watched during like when we were in lockdown and stuff like that. I did watch it again, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this movie still slaps. Like, it's a good movie.
It slaps.
It still slaps. But even like like Sing Street and like some of these movies I haven't seen in clearly like
Yeah.
freaking a long time. I want to go back now and watch them and
Let's
like
do
see
that.
if
All right.
yeah.
Let's write that as an idea. Write it down.
Write it down. Okay.
Live in the moment, how we think of
This is how our brainstorming sessions work.
right? That's so yeah, I still find that very fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I remember, I did enjoy it, but that is interesting that I brought that up because, yeah. And it just shows that you're allowed to change your opinion from
Totally.
X amount of years ago. Like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid. It's like, oh man, I said something that I don't agree with now. Yeah, you just fucking, you own it and you move along. Maybe.
Exactly.
Hot damn. We're a night. Oh, hey, I remember this was considered way too long for us. We were like,
Yeah.
13 minutes. Oh, this is too long.
Yeah, we're like this one's not gonna do well.
It's interesting because I think it's funny. We stressed so much, and I think it was mostly because of just time to edit the projects. But really, I'm trying to think like 2016, 2017. I don't know if that was if that change had quite happened yet on YouTube, but I think it was just a little after this, or maybe just the start of this year. Longer form content was the thing.
Yes.
But I think still it was like you wanted to make it shorter for people's attention spans. But now, like, it's weird to me that sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to watch a YouTube video on something. It's only 10 minutes. Like, did they put everything that they could in there? Like, am I going to get not my money's worth, but am I going to get
My time's worth, yeah.
Yeah, whereas now it's like we're like searching out the longer form content.
form.
I mean, to be fair, to a certain extent, for me, like if a YouTube video is like 4 hours,
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have watched 4-hour YouTube videos.
Yeah, like a playthrough or something, like depending on the content, yeah. But I feel like too, like YouTube back then too, because it was just like YouTube has been around for a while now.
Yeah.
But because it just was starting to become like that that platform that people were flocking to and really starting to thrive on and stuff, they had a thing where it was like, I do remember it being like, oh, if you're just starting out on YouTube and you don't have that many subscribers, you only have a certain amount of time of video, like a duration that you can upload. And then
Right,
I remember there was
yeah.
rules. It was like after a certain amount of subscribers, they would allow you like extra minutes or like another
Right.
hour. Like you could post like hours long worth of
Yeah.
content and stuff.
And
I don't
that's
know if
why
that's
we
still a
were-
thing, but
No, not anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, I honestly I remember that because we were really hopeful to get more subscribers so we could push. Damn.
Yeah.
The floodgates, baby. The floodgates.
Right?
God damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think how much, and again, to think TikTok hasn't been around yet, and that just blew up short form videos. But
Yeah, it's insane how much like we've changed in like when okay, so 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years. That's been 5 years.
yeah,
Like how much we've changed in 5 years, how much society's changed in 5 years, how much just like pop culture has changed and the influence and
Right.
stuff. It's crazy, yeah.
that's insane. Also, that is a beautiful freeze frame.
Right? Yeah.
I just don't know why I'm so dead inside. Like this is just it's kind of bothering me. a little
2017 was
bit.
not your year, apparently.
Apparently, but I mean, this was uploaded 2 days after my birthday, so like I don't know why I'm such a. I guess to be fair, we didn't film it 2 days before my birthday, but
No,
still,
yeah.
I would thought I'd been a little bit happier. But,
Yeah. Well, you know
oh
what?
well.
Everybody's allowed to have a bad day
I like-
sometimes.
I like. I'm just like you suck, and you're just like maybe you don't know. Maybe you had a really bad day. And I'm just like suck it up. Hilarious.
He's like, why are you dead inside?
Why are you dead? All right. Whew,
We
weird.
talked about our favorite movies that we're looking forward to this year, 2017.
Oh,
So,
I like
Kaylee,
doing this
what
too.
movies are you looking forward to this year?
Wow.
Yes, what are you
A
looking
lot
forward
of
to?
surprises are happening this March, so less than about 2 months away, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to Logan, obviously, as being a huge Wolverine fan. Beauty and the Beast, for sure. I don't know. I'm so
Oh,
hyped
yeah.
for that movie.
The
Also,
live
that
action
same
one.
month, Power Rangers!
Oh my
I don't
God,
care
Power
what anyone
Rangers!
says. I know it's gonna be bad. I don't care.
That was a good movie. I need to
I'm
watch
so
that
looking
again. I
forward
need to
to
start
it.
a list.
90s
Yep.
nostalgia glasses on. I don't care. I am looking so forward to it. No one
Bopper.
can spoil my happiness, okay? After that,
Just
I'm
yourself.
excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, obviously. As well
Oh,
as
yeah.
Wonder Woman. I'm actually really... When I saw the trailer at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
I was blown away, and I'm so stoked for it now. And, I
Mhm.
mean, like... I'm really hopeful for the Justice League movie. Like, I'm probably going to be saying this all the time.
That's
but,
Oh
Right.
You
no.
know, if they can just make one good movie. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but they just
Don't get your hopes up, Kaylee.
Yeah.
so badly.
It's not.
just gotta remember to
You
go
can
and
hope
do
as
my
much.
thing.
Maybe that's why you're dead inside.
Kendra, what are you looking for?
Well, definitely some of those movies.
All my vibes were trying to go to that film.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really looking forward to Kong Skull Island, Alien Covenant.
Oh,
I'm a huge
that
fan
was
of Alien,
really
so
good.
Alien Covenant looks super.
Oh,
super
Alien,
badass.
yes.
Very
No
excited
aliens for
that.
me, thank you.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, my New Year's resolution is definitely going to be to watch more movies this year. I definitely got a little too wrapped up in the
Spoiler
TV
alert, that's always our goal.
Yep.
And as Kaylee said, these are our personal opinions on our favorite movies. We would love to hear what your guys' favorite movies were of 2016.
We both
so
just
definitely
don't look
leave in the comments
happy.
below
No.
what you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see us do
I
any
think
Talkie
I
Tuesdays
feel like it was a
in the
rough year for
listing,
movies that
comment
year.
down below and we will do so.
Apparently.
Stay tuned for more Talkie Tuesdays in the future for our 2017 movies.
Oh, and just
And
oof.
hope
oof.
everybody has a wonderful New Year's.
I
Hope
can't
everybody
stop
had a
looking at
wonderful
me.
holiday, and we'll see you
You're like, wrap it up already. You're talking
guys
too
in the
much.
future.
I'm already waving. Bye.
Happy Tuesday.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all of our
That is-
Talkie Tuesdays up until we started the podcast.
Yeah, and as you can see, we kind of slowly devolved into just it being we did our favorites every year, but we didn't do movie reviews. And then I'm pretty sure I think we talked about maybe this before, but I think the year before Panorama started, it was you who came with the ideas, like maybe we could do it in this format. And I was like, I don't know. And of course, we were busy. And then Panorama hit, and it's like, well, we got time.
Yeah.
And I think there's still the me going to Toronto meeting Hugh Jackman episode up.
Yeah, that's the first one, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it was hard to figure out the pacing of it, and then we just didn't have the time. So I think there's still technically an episode that I never finished editing.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah, because of time, and it was just like, oh, this is overwhelming, and we just didn't get a groove. And now 2 years later, we found our groove and are just chugging along and coming up with podcast ideas on the spot.
Right?
It's just fantastic.
Hell yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's just it's interesting to see how far we've come in like only 5 years. It feels like it's been way longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like this form that we're doing more now.
100%, I would agree. Like I said, I'm just a harder critique on myself, but it just felt like I wasn't very good at critiquing movies or giving good reviews of movies.
Well, now you definitely are. I feel like you have a lot of good points and you're good. But yeah, like back then, I don't know if I feel like we put a lot of, not censorship, but like we put a lot of constraints on ourselves, I feel like, because we were like, we don't know who our demographic is and we don't want to like step on toes and we don't want to come off a certain way. Like we were trying really hard to like uphold an image that we didn't really have, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
And again, I think because we gave, as remembering the YouTube restrictions and stuff like that, we're trying to fit it inside this box.
Mm-hmm.
And again, what are words in the English language? Like even now, I think it's considered maybe like kind of hard, but not really, to break out as a viral star. At the time when we were doing these, right? Like there's a lot of people. If you Google now, there are so many people who do movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but that means you just have to try a little bit harder to find a way to stand out. And I think that's what we were focused on.
Mm-hmm.
But we just didn't always execute it really well. But again, watching some of them, like some of our skits are like, they're cringy, but sometimes they're really funny.
Yeah.
We obviously cared way too much about our setups.
Yes.
You know, but that is stuff that people really do work on now.
Yeah.
So I think it was just, we needed to find what our groove was.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think we found and in some way, like even watching it now, it feels like we're doing an essay. It's like, this is our video essay on this. Which I think can sometimes work, but I think you have to have the right personality for that to come through.
True.
And as my many comments of, I look dead inside, it just wasn't jiving,
Yeah.
Whereas I agreed, like, this format for us just works. We jive better doing this.
Yeah.
So I am happy we did find our footing. And I'm happy to be doing two years of this.
Woo woo!
With my buddy.
Right?
And I mean, who knows what the future holds? Maybe we do another 10. I mean, that's 10 years. I don't know where we are going to be 10 years down the line, but it was fun to see where we were about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How should we finish? Do we have any goals for this coming year for the podcast?
Ooh,
I know we've talked about like having more guests, and we've had Sean on, so obviously maybe having a couple more people on there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as you just kind of saw us do our creative point, I think it'd be fun, to do a director's cut.
Yeah.
A couple of our short films.
That would be fun.
That would be hilarious.
I'd be down for that for sure. I guess just, if there's anything that I've learned in the last, since doing this podcast at least, and with COVID and stuff like that, it's just like, I love movies so much. I love filmmaking so much. And I want to go into watching movies and go into creating movies remembering that. Like, that's like my main reason why, is just because I love it. And not because of, going viral, or because I want to be famous, or because I want to, make a really cool thing that's going to be a big hit for everybody. It's just that I love filmmaking and I love watching movies. And I feel like we've definitely, like you said, we found our groove with the podcast. I really can, like watching back when I'm editing the episodes and stuff like that. I really see the passion and the excitement that we have when we talk about the certain movies. And even just like, actually, we'll discuss this later, but I went and saw Batman finally. The Batman. Holy shit. I'll save that for later. But anyways, I ended up going back and watching our podcast because I wanted to hear all your notes again that you had talked about. Because I was like, I remember Caleigh mentioning certain things about the movie, and I was seeing it while I was watching the movie. But then I'm like, but there were some facts that she shared in it because my mom wanted to see it too, which was shocking, but I was happy she wanted to see it. And so I was like trying to share those facts with her, but I'm like, I need to go back and watch the episode of Caleigh talking about the movie so that I can like reiterate those facts and like really appreciate it again and stuff. And so that's another reason why I like doing this, is so that I can even myself kind of go back and like listen to things that you have fun facts on, or like vice versa, right?
I think we should bring that back. We should try to bring fun facts back.
Yeah.
I think out of watching this is like, we should bring that back.
Yeah, because I know we do everything kind of off the fly, but I do like the idea of, because I the one thing I'm jealous of for you, and I know I can do it too, but sometimes I'm lazy, is that I find that you definitely do a little bit more research into some of the movies, because you have a lot more like to talk about fun fact wise when we do the episodes, whereas like I kind of will, the odd time I'll have something, but I'll do more off of my like just general opinion on the movie. So I do want to do that for sure. I want to like delve into more after I've watched the movie, kind of like read more trivia or fun facts about like the makings and stuff like that. I think that's fun. Yeah,
I was only able to say the same thing about you though. Like obviously rewatching it, you put so much work into the original Talkie Tuesdays, and it feels like I was like, fun fact, movie costs so much money. What?
Here's a pun.
Here's a fucking pun. You know?
Yeah.
But what was my thought? Yeah, I mean, I think also the fun part about the podcast is I've seen us both grow.
Oh yeah.
Like I think even in the early days where it's like, oh, what are we? You know, like we are getting better. And again, I'm obviously you are your own harshest critic. I do see.
Yes.
You know, even within every podcast, I am getting better at doing stuff, at doing explainy things.
Hell
know?
yeah.
And that just takes time, whatever amount of time it does. So.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
But I think I should probably do it. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. This is going to be so fucking long. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for today.
Thanks to everybody who stuck around for 2 years and who enjoys watching our episodes every now and then. And, you know, when you feel like kicking back and relaxing and just need something in the background to, you know, feel like you're part of the conversation or whatever. We're happy to be those people for you.
We love it.
And we hope you learn something along the way. Or get a laugh.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate it. And that's our goal. We want to make you laugh.
Exactly.
What was my thought? Oh, yes. As we wrap up, hashtag renew Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my God. They still haven't announced it?
Nope. So they're doing a Twitter, Instagram, any campaign, hashtag renew Legends of Tomorrow. I'm just going to add it on here just for fun.
I'm nervous because they announced Joe's leaving The Flash, and
yeah, I saw that. I was okay, we're already getting.
Anyways, yeah, okay.
Anyways,
before we get out of ourselves, let's wrap this up.
Yes. So again, we thank you for 2 years, Cinema Peeps. If you're just joining or have been there in the beginning, we appreciate you, and we hope to do another year full of fun podcasts.
Heck yeah.
Again. But,
who knows where the future will take us.
Right? But as always, we appreciate a like, leave a comment about over cringe, and please subscribe.
Yes.
Like, it would mean the world, and whew, this trip down nostalgia lane is a lot.
Oh yeah.
But
watch all the content.
Watch all the content. Have a happy Tuesday, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Monkey. And slap.
Boom.